Welcome to video lecture on Unit-5 of BA third semester DSc English, that is 19th and 20th century English literature. Fifth unit is about the play Justice by John Galsworthy. John Galsworthy is an English novelist and dramatist of the 20th century. He was the Nobel Prize winner in 1932. Galsworthy is best known for his literary series, The Forsyte Saga, his portrayal of the British upper classes, and his treatment of social values. Also a dramatist, his reputation in his lifetime was second only to that of G.B. Shaw, George Bernard Shaw. Through his plays, Galsworthy was a compassionate reformer who campaigned against long prison terms, harsh treatment of prisoners, class discrimination at the bar of justice, anti-Semitism, the intransigence of capitalists and labor union leaders and other evils of society. Some of his major works are The Country House, Strife, The Dark Flower, The Skin Game, and Forsyte Saga. So let us pass on to the discussion of John Galsworthy's worthy play Justice, which has been prescribed as a representative text of BA third semester DSc English. First, I would like to introduce the characters and central conflict of the play. The characters in the play are William Falder, junior clerk, about 22 years old, is sensitive, desperate, forges a check to rescue Ruth from abuse. His moral conflict drives the tragedy. Another character is Ruth Honeywill, victim of domestic violence, seeks escape with Falder. She embodies society's failure to protect women. One more character is Robert Coxon. He is a managing clerk, bureaucratic yet compassionate. He represents limited humanity within rigid systems. James Howe is another character. He is a senior solicitor, prioritizes legal absolutism over mercy. There is a line, one must think of society, uttered by him. So we pass on to another character who is none other than Walter Howe. He is a junior partner, advocates for rehabilitation but yields to institutional pressure. And another character is Hector Fromm, defense counsel. Is a defense counsel, argues for moral justice, coining the metaphor, justice is a machine that once set rolling cannot stop. So let us discuss the central conflict setup of this play. In the play, Falder forges a £9 check into £90 to fund Ruth's escape from her abusive husband. His crime pits individual desperation, saving a life against institutional rigidity, that is property law. The law firm's discovery scene in Act 1 establishes the conflict. Coxon's sympathy clashes with James Howe's insistence on prosecution. Falder's motivation is to rescue Ruth because of altruism, or say desperation, which is a moral alignment, but he is a tragic protagonist whose role is in conflict. Ruth's motivation is to escape abuse. Her survival is a moral alignment. She is a catalyst for crime, so her role is again is in conflict. Coxon's motivation is to uphold rules humanely. Bureaucratic compassion is the moral alignment, but he is a failed mediator whose role is in conflict. James Howe's motivation is to protect property. Legal absolutism is the moral alignment, but he is the antagonist for mercy, whose role is also in conflict. Fromm's motivation is to expose systematic flaws. Moral justice is a moral alignment, but his role is in conflict with voice of reason. So let us discuss the second act of the play. We come across the trial scene, the trial, legal and moral crisis takes place there. Main events of act second are prosecution, cleaver, which frames forgery as it frames forgery as premeditated attacking Ruth's marital fidelity to undermine Falder's motives. So defense, that means from, he argues temporary insanity due to Ruth's brutal injuries, highlights law's failure to protect abuse victims. There is a line, brutality isn't grounds for divorce. Her choice was a workhouse or prostitution. So Falder's testimony, which admits forgery but insists madness. So there is a line, if I hadn't been mad, I would never have had the courage. So the last one is the verdict, that is, jury rejects insanity and of course insanity plea, and Judge Floyd sentences Falder to 3 years, declaring, there is a line there, the law is a majestic edifice. The law is a majestic edifice. I merely administer it. So Falder's testimony is, he admits forgery but insists madness. So there is a line, if I had been mad, I would never have had the courage. This is also a very striking line in the play. So as far as the moral crisis is concerned, the trial exposes law's blindness to context, Ruth's abuse. So that what we call, the trial exposes law's blindness to context. Ruth's abuse is deemed irrelevant, reducing justice to property protection. Fromm's warning, we come across the line, prison will make him a criminal type. It foreshadows Act 3rd. So in the Act 3rd, we come across sentencing, consequences and fate, prison system critic. So solitary confinement, Falder deteriorates mentally in a whitewashed cell. The wordless scene, in scene 3rd we come across this. The wordless scene shows his near madness through frantic movements. So dehumanization, that means, reduced to Q3007, denied Ruth's visit by indifferent chaplain or governor. So release and parole, as far as this one is concerned, Falder exists as a broken man, in which we come across in Act 4, ticket of leave. This phrase, rules require police check-ins, preventing fresh starts. So if we come to the end, there is a tragic end in the play. Ruth reveals post-prison prostitution for survival. James Howe offers reinstatement if Falder abandons Ruth. Arrested for missing a parole check-in, Falder leaps to his death. Coxon's what we call, closing cry, He says there, he is safe with gentle Jesus. So, which underscores institutional betrayal. So, major themes of this play are, first one is justice versus injustice. There is an irony. The title contrasts with Ruth's unpunished abuser and Falder's excessive punishment. Systematic as machine. This point, the law crushes the individuals. For example, Falder here, while executing power, Ruth's husband. So, another theme is law versus morality. Law prioritizes procedure. Forgery is equal to crime over intent. That means saving life. So the judge majestic edifies. His speech embodies this rigidity. There is another theme is social responsibility. Galsworthy argues societal shares blame by tolerating abusive systems. Coxon's futile efforts symbolize failed individual compassion. So another theme is individual versus system. Falder's suicide signifies the system's erasure of humanity. Solitary confinement scenes target prison reform. As far as the thematic analysis with symbols is concerned, justice, this novel, justice, there is justice as injustice is the theme. Harsh punishment for minor crime is the manifestation in the play. Similarly, abuser goes free. So the forged check is the key symbol, and similarly, failed social responsibility is the theme. Prison's reformative neglect is the manifestation, and solitary confinement is the key symbol. So, system versus individual is another theme. Falder's destruction by bureaucracy is the manifestation, and the prison number, that is Q3007, is the key symbol. So, the dramatist has used particular techniques here, and has his own character portrayal. The play is characterized by realism, documentary detail, for example, legal procedures, prison routines. So, dialogue mirrors class dialects. For example, Coxon's bureaucratic hesitations versus Ruth's desperation. And as far as the symbolism is concerned, foggy October trial, which mirrors moral obscurity, and stone stairway or office mahogany, they show Victorian rigidity. And there is a silent scene that is in which we come across in Act Third. Falder's wordless breakdown in confinement. So a visceral indictment of solitary torture. So as far as characterization is concerned, Felder and Ruth are psychologically nuanced. Officials like judge, chaplain, they represent systematic callousness. So, what is the message here in this play? Galsworthy's message. It is a scathing critique of systematic inhumanity and legal system, which prioritizes property over people. Prison reform. Solitary confinement destroys minds. Parole systems prevent rehabilitation. Social hypocrisy. Society tolerates domestic abuse but punishes moral crimes like adultery. The play demands mercy, rehabilitation, and systematic accountability. As Churchill remarked, after attending the 1910 premiere, reformed parole laws. So, which is a very noted thing. And as far as critical reception and contemporary relevance of this novel is concerned, in 1910 impact is there. Aid for realism spurred United Kingdom prison reforms, for example, reduced solitary confinement, like that. So, as far as modern readings is concerned, mass incarnation. For example, it highlights dehumanizing systems still prevalent in society. So, victim protection, for example, victim protection, it anticipates debates on trauma informed justice. Then, class versus gender bias is there, which exposes how the novel exposes how systems punish the marginalized. For example, Falder and Ruth, while protecting elites. So, legacy, as far as the legacy is concerned, the novel remains a cornerstone of social protest theatre. So, relevant in critics of punitive justice. So, we come across the line in Shakespeare's The Quality of Mercy. The quality of mercy stained Galsworthy's twist on Shakespeare epitomizes the play's call for humanity beyond legal machinery. With this, I would like to end my comment on the play Justice by John Galsworthy. Thank you, one and all.